everybody, and welcome to the Anime Summit Podcast. I am Mac, and with me I have
Sup, lovelies.
And I also have Nick.
Put it in my ass, put it in my ass. It's my new rap song, guys.
Put it in my ass.
Follow me on Twitter. If I get 1,000 retweets,
He'll record a song. He'll record.
If I get 12 retweets, then I'll make it. 12. I was like 1,000. Wait a second.
Tweet him.
Probably should go lower.
Tweet him at hashtag what in the butt.
Hashtag Blind Freeman.
What's
up, everybody? Welcome to Anime Summit. Later in the episode, we're going to talk about the movie Koi no Katachi, or The Shape of Voice, or the Silent Voice.
A silent voice.
The Koi no Katachi episode.
I know, but Koi no Katachi
like,
translates to The Shape of Voice.
It's like, holy shit, we're coming out with this like a week and a half after this comes out. This is like our quickest turnaround time ever for something new.
Yeah,
So
well, it came out last year, but...
Well, yeah, but
it
I'm
was
talking
released
about
in like
being
the UK
available.
on Blu-ray or some shit, so yeah. Or
I'm talking
streaming.
about being available to watch. This is a quick turnaround for us. We're making history here at Anime Summit.
Right, because we took forever to watch Kimi no Nawa because we just didn't. And then...
Wait, you mean Panini no Nawa, right?
Shinene no Nawa.
Because it had shit quality online stuff.
Yeah. I mean, what are you talking about? I don't go to pirate sites.
I do.
Fucking Nick.
I'll proudly
Yarg.
say
So anyway,
Also
yeah,
support
that's
the
what
real
we're gonna
shit,
we're gonna talk about that later. The Kyono animation based on a manga. So yeah. Anyways, let's go to the news to our news anchor. Nick.
Simon, you gotta do the news.
Oh yeah.
Do that.
that tremolo. What the fuck?
The word didn't even like come out right. It was supposed to
vibrato.
be news, and I just went new.
What the fuck?
All right, Nick Boner, the anchor.
Nick Boner.
Oh, okay. Okay, so announcements. We'll start with that shit.
Okay, yeah.
So, Violet Evergarden had a new...
Oh my god.
Had some new
Get
teasers.
hype, get hype, get
Had a
hype, get
couple of
hype, get
teasers
hype.
and a pleaser for me, dude. Coming out... They're doing like a little pre-screening later this year. Presumably, that means they'll release it next year. Already, Anime of the Year 2018. Calling it now.
Pre-screening.
Pre-screen for my pre-com. Pinch my nipples, please. Violet Evergarden, baby. We're going to keep hyping that shit. It's going to be the best thing ever.
God, what if it turns out that the show is just really bad? Like,
yeah, it's just another fucking Phantom World.
Right.
I don't think it's gonna be bad because it's the only script to win the KyoAni like #1 award or whatever, their top award. They've never given one out except for now.
They're
so
hyping it. They're reverse hyping it by showing very little of it every like 2 months.
Yeah.
Therefore, awesomely hyping it. So I don't know. Who knows? It could be really
it's
awesome.
because like now whenever we get the news, we're just like,
Oh.
All right, Nick, go ahead. Sorry.
We go one pump man on that.
Yeah, we go one pump.
shout out to Gosu. What up, fam?
No, we got a couple of more announcements. A couple of more announcements. Nan Biori, new project coming up. Bam! Great slice of life. Love it. After that, we got Black Lagoon. It's going to rebroadcast in a manga publication. I can't even talk right now. But yeah, Black Lagoon, Nan Biori. Great stuff. Little Witch Academia Netflix released the announcement. So they're going to do like the 2-part thing where they do the first 13 episodes. It's coming up in June 30th. So if you're one of those moral people who didn't sail the seas for Little Witch, then June 30th, check it out. One of the best shows of this year so far. I would put it in the top 3 for sure. That's just me though. Yeah.
Triggers saving anime.
Then we got like a couple of of like anime is dying stories where it's like 1 in 4 anime studios is losing money. But then like Miles from Crunchyroll, he kind of debunked to some of it on Reddit. I can't find the post, but he basically was saying that like it's not even 1 in 4 failure rate is not that bad. Like how the way it compares to other fields like video games and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not that it's not great, but it's not that bad, And you hear all these stats like, oh, 1 in 2 game stores runs out of business in X amount of time. So it's like, yeah, of course there's going to be some inefficiencies there, but so yeah. And then animators are still underpaid. News stories on that coming out. Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, there's a cool chart actually that someone posted with the top 5 girls per year.
I did.
Yeah.
Dating back from like
1980
what was
something?
it? 1980.
1983.
I have to question a lot of these though.
I'm just kidding.
I have to question a lot of these though, because like, why in 1998? Okay, 1998, Rudy's best girl. Okay, there's no dispute. Okay, but why did Faye Valentine go under like Canal Vorfeed and Shaurin?
Wait, I want to know. I want to know. Wait, no, I want to know why Rei Ayanami was first for like 2 years.
Because she's the prototypical Japanese waifu, dude. The ultimate waifu.
I'm fairly certain that may be racist, but I'm gonna let it slide.
That's not, dude. That Japanese people love that shit because she's like quiet and
I would
docile.
not put her above. Look, I would not put her above Lena Inverse in '95. Would not put.
She's from Slayers, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't put her above Asuka, man.
Yeah, that's true. I
wouldn't put her above Ramiel-chan. Jeez.
That's true.
Everybody does know Ramiel-chan is best girl.
I just like how from like 92 to 90.
It's all Sailor Moon.
It's all Sailor Moon just doming.
Basically. And what is it? Oh My Goddess or something?
Belle Dandy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh My Goddess.
Belle Dandy reminds me of Space Dandy.
Some of the newer ones on that one, too, just had me like, oh.
Yeah, actually, in 97, I would not put Lena Inverse over Utena. And I haven't even seen all Utena, okay? So
it's not Utena, it's Utena, dude. It's
Utena. Sorry.
Utena.
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
There's a distinct lack of Aria girls, too, but,
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is like, okay, like...
not everyone can have good taste. I can't expect that.
Here's what's hilarious, though.
C2, though.
Rei Ayanami, like, doms, right? In 95, 96.
Oh, yeah, then 2007.
And then 2007, she comes back in 5th because of the movies. Like, what's up?
The movie.
I'm still here, bitches. Like,
hell yeah, dude. Rei Ayanami, best girl.
But
and then
2008.
2009.
2008, I would not put Cheryl Nome below.
Are you serious? Ranka and Cheryl Nome, are you serious?
Oh wait, 2009. Never mind. No,
you never seen Macross Frontier?
No. I was looking at the wrong one. I would put Yui and Mio above Cheryl Nome in 2009. In 2008, though, I would not put Cece above.
You know
Cheryl
what
Nome
else is
and
I
criminal?
would, dude. CC should be number 1.
Moogie. I mean, come on.
Yeah, Moogie got like snubbed or something.
We need some Moogie, man. Like,
3 K-On! Girls in 2010.
And no Moogie.
Just put all members 2010.
Yeah, what the fuck? Ritsu's not there either? God damn it, people.
She has edible
her
pickles
forehead
for
alone,
eyebrows.
Her forehead alone is best girl.
Her 5 head alone.
Her 5.
Dude, shout out, though. 2015, Totoko Yowai from Osamatsu-san. Great fucking show. Everyone needs to watch that.
Moving on.
Shout out.
From this poorly put together chart.
Yeah, we're
for the
just
most
blabbing
part.
right now.
Except for 1998.
Except for
obviously.
19. Yeah.
Nah,
I agree.
Dude. Best girl, though.
So,
Sailor Mercury. GG. All right.
Actually,
not for this episode.
I wouldn't put 4 Masame over Yuri, Lum, NK in 85 either. Just saying.
Okay, moving on. Jesus Christ.
This chart
So,
sucks. Moving on.
Waifus of the weeks. It's kind of an
in
easy one.
1987, I wouldn't put. I'm just kidding.
I swear to God, Sam, I'm
All
going
right,
to jump through this computer
Oh man.
and I'm going to fart in your face.
Okay, one more piece of news real quick before we go on here. The teaser for Castlevania's Netflix show, the Netflix show Castlevania, it's like American anime, but it looks really good. But in the teaser, there's only about 5 seconds of actual animation. The rest of it's just like teaser fluff, trailer fluff. But it looks super dope. Like, link in the show notes. Link to this chart and link to the trailer in the.
Well, yeah, of course we're gonna link the chart. We just like
saying,
don't link the chart. Fuck it.
Well, because a lot of times we say that we go link in the show notes and we don't put it in there. But we gotta start like.
Speaking of that, I gotta do the show notes from last week.
But yeah, freaking yeah, dude. Check that
Yeah,
out.
you bitch.
Castlevania is one of my favorite franchises ever. Lately, it's been kind of getting snubbed. but I think this show might bring it back to the forefront of the ball sack. You know what I'm saying?
The foreskin of the ball sack.
The foreskin.
You might say.
Wait. How does that work?
I don't know.
The foreskin of the ball.
I don't know.
sack.
When the balls, when
The
they
extra
descend, the
in the
foreskin
front.
retracts.
But anyways, speaking of Netflix, Little Witch Academia released.
Yeah, we already said that song.
We already
You already
said
said
that.
that?
By we,
Oh,
I
I thought
mean
you.
me.
Okay,
Jesus
sorry.
Christ.
Shut up. Moving on. Okay, sorry.
Jesus
go ahead.
Christ. Okay.
Go on the main
Best
topic.
girl.
Best girl.
Best girl of the week.
Nishiyama.
Someone from Koi no Katachi.
Nishiyama.
Okay. No. I got this one.
Yeah, Nishimiya, dude. Nishimiya.
Just to trigger Nick, I'm gonna go with Maria Ishida, the little kid, as a side character, just to trigger Nick.
Yeah, some random fucking person who's not even in it.
Oh,
Fuck you.
His sister's daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
His niece.
No, but seriously, it's Nishimiya. Seriously. She
Yeah.
is really best girl.
She is.
She always
Best
tries.
deaf girl.
She always tries so hard and tries her best. It's heartwarming. And
Oh, dude,
touching.
that scene. Don't remind me. So, yeah, best grill. We got it.
Best grill. So, now that we have the news and the best grill covered and the arguments over a waifu chart covered, Jesus fucking Christ.
Rei Ayanami, best girl. She's making a comeback.
Now we can actually get into the main topic, which is Koe no Katachi. The interesting thing about this movie is that it came out pretty much alongside, for all intents and purposes, it came out alongside Your Name, and we all know about Your Name. Isn't that right, Quokka? Because you're listening right now. Yeah, Your Name, yeah.
Your name. Oh, wait. We got to make Quokka happy. Your Name had funny parts in the movie. There we go.
My
you complained that we didn't mention that.
My pee-pee may have twitched a little bit during Your Name. But anyways, so Koe no Katachi, just to give a little background if somehow you haven't heard about it yet, is done by KyoAni. So
Kyoto
that
Animation.
should automatically draw your interest because it's a movie done by KyoAni. And
It's based on a 2011 manga.
Just some basic little facts about the movie before we go too far into this. It is a 2 hour and 10-minute movie, so it's a little lengthy and it's a little girthy. So
I mean, it's more like 205 because there's credits and stuff. So
prepare yourself. So basically, like if we get down to just the core nitty gritty of it, guy bullies a deaf girl as a kid, and then most of this movie takes place years down the line, whenever they're grown up a little bit, and Ishida, the boy, he basically feels grief about what he did, and it's about trying to connect with her and try to make things right.
Well, I think a big part of that, though, is after he bullied her and she changed schools, everyone turned on him and placed the blame on him. And
we can get to that.
It damaged. I'm just saying that's a big part of it. Like,
yeah, it's one of the themes. Don't mix up the themes with the plot summary, all right?
I was just doing a real
let the man do
summary.
his job.
Okay, so
just doing a real light summary.
That's a big part of it.
But yes, you are right. You are right.
Yeah, okay.
Slather a light summary all over me.
Speaking of slathering a light summary, the OP to this movie got me all sorts of hot and bothered.
Yeah, yep.
Because I don't know about you, but whenever I turn on an anime movie that came out September 17th of 2016, and I hear The Who
Yep.
as the opening theme, specifically My Generation.
Talking about my generation.
Exactly.
Isn't that like a car commercial or something?
What the fuck?
I like.
It's a
I
song
know I've
by
heard
the
it on
Who.
there. Yeah, I know what it is, but I'm saying it was on one of those old commercials.
No, like
when I still
no,
watched TV
I
back
was,
in the day.
I heard that song and my head started bobbing along and I'm like, yeah, this is real music right here. So if you didn't know that song, I'm sorry, but it is My Generation by The Who. You should probably check out some of The Who.
Also, if you didn't know that, you're kind of uncultured as fuck.
You're kind of a quokka.
Yeah, seriously.
So
we should say like some of the staff, right? So we got the manga was written by Yoshitoki Uema. Oh, I hope I didn't butcher that too badly. It was 2013 to 2014, pretty short, 7-volume. So actually, you could read the whole manga before you watch the movie, and it's like no big deal. It's NBD, dude. NBD. And
NBD.
Yeah, so then the movie was directed by the one and only Naoko Yamada, I believe she did Clanad, Free, what is it? Full Metal? No, not Full Metal.
K-On.
Big Euphonium, K-On. Yeah, K-On, dude. Holy
so this
shit.
is top tier.
Tamako
top tier
Market
director.
Love Story. Yeah, she's like one of the better. She's like one of the A team members from KyoAni.
Well, she's an A-team director. Like, she's top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does a great job. She really does. Speaking of the staff, I'm not going to spend too much time at this, but Nishimiya's the lady that is her voice actress, her name is Saori Hayami, and she's a pretty big voice actress, but the fact is that whenever you watch this movie, you just think, wow, this is exactly how I have heard people who are deaf try to speak. And the fact is that she nails the role so perfectly. It's like the scene she did whenever she did English name, When Supernatural Battles Become Commonplace.
Inoue
Whenever she
Battle,
did that
or whatever,
anime.
yeah.
Inoue Battle, yes. Whenever she did that one, just the rant, the amazing rant that she did in one take in character was like so full of emotion and so perfect. I mean, she may be becoming one of my favorite voice actresses. Like, not gonna lie, she does an excellent job.
I mean, she's got a huge resume, but just to like highlight something she's done, she was Chiriko in Anohana. That's pretty cool. She was Sachi in SAO, even though she like was in one episode. She was Mika in Initial D Fifth Stage.
Play the Eurobeat.
Play the Eurobeat. Space Cowboy, do it.
Yo, I watched the dub on Initial D. Put a little respect on that dub.
The dub is actually really pretty good. I think I like it.
I like the dub,
I like
yeah.
the dub. She was Emmy in Your Line Bitches.
She was on Your Line, April? All right,
She was
cool.
Fubuki in One Punch Man. So, anyways.
Fubuti-san, please.
Fugazi, yeah, whatever.
Pronounce it
Anyway,
right.
she was Haruka in Hibike Euphonium 2. Big resume, so just huge.
Huge tracts of land. Huge tracts of land.
Huge.
Oh, she was in Nagino Asakura, dude.
And
One of the supporting
more
characters.
recently, she was in Tanya the Evil.
Oh, shit. No. Fuck all this stuff. No. She was Ononoki from Nisa Monogatari, so...
Dude,
that's
she's
all you
top
need.
tier. She's top tier.
She's pretty much top tier.
Yay, Oni-chan. Peace. There you go.
Yeah, pretty much top tier.
Oh, I think that happened in second season, but anyway, whatever.
So that's pretty good. Anyway,
So-
go ahead.
That was like the main voice member that I really wanted to touch on as far as the voice cast is concerned.
Dude, I'm still scrolling down her stuff that she's done. It's like
yeah,
so many
it's huge.
things.
It's huge.
She's a huge resume.
So
It's huge.
exactly, it's huge. So other than this being KyoAni and this being like an absolutely gorgeous film as far as the way it's produced, the cinematography, the soundtrack, it's beautiful.
The lighting.
And that's what you expect from KyoAni, like the particle effects, everything. It is absolutely beautiful. But that does not overshadow the fact that the story in this movie is quite honestly freaking beautiful. Like, I watched this movie and it was kind of like at the end of it I didn't really have anything to say. It was like, holy shit, man. Like,
yeah,
it was holy shit.
there were parts where I thought I should have been crying and I didn't cry because I couldn't like grasp what just happened. And then I cried about it like later, and it was
Oh yeah, the Gunbuster / Hibine Renmei effect. It just like hits you later. That happened to me anyway.
It was crazy and also I think I don't know, man. It was really relatable for me, and I think that's probably why too. I feel like a lot of people can relate to this film in some kind of weird way, just because of all the characters and the different things that they're all going through. But
yeah, I mean, anybody who has like a shred of like empathy should get something out of this, right? Unless you're, I don't know, I guess unless you're like a super, type A, like you're just a go-getter, then yeah, maybe not. But
All right, so now that we got all of that out of the way, I'm gonna poi this up. I'm gonna poi it. Speaking of poi,
Spoilers. We're gonna add in that poi sound effect.
Yes,
throw in an Oni-chan piece while you're at it. Just for me.
Okay, maybe. So, that being said, anything beyond this point is spoilers.
Beyond this point.
Beyond this point, poi. So anything beyond this poi
we're gonna talk about poi no
is
Katachi.
spoilers. So if you haven't seen this movie, you should go watch it so you don't get spoilered.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great movie, great film, really good.
Insert tacky poi here. And okay, spoiler territory has been entered. May the poise commence. So let's kind of start at the beginning here. That's probably going to be the best way to go into this movie. So the movie pretty much starts out. You get a real brief introduction to Shoya, the male main character.
Yeah, they call each other by their last names, so they always call me Ishida.
Yeah.
And I got confused for a second because I forgot that that's what they were doing. Like later on in the film, the two mothers were talking and they were calling each other the name. I'm like, wait, that's the kids' names. What are you doing? But it's Japan, so
This is Japan, yeah. So
I guess that happens to me in real life. People just call me my last name.
Yeah, Stoner.
So anyways, you basically get introduced real briefly
Ishida.
to a circle of friends, and then you find out, oh, there's a transfer student. Oh, this is a big plot point. Transfer students in animes, holy shit. And you find out that she is deaf. And what happens through all of that is long story short, she gets bullied.
Well,
lots of shit happens.
Yeah. Immediately Ishida and his friends, his little gal pal, what's her name? The long-haired, really hot girl. She's not the elementary version, the high school version, of course, but yeah,
Ueno.
Him and her just they start. He laughs at her and yells in the back of her, yells at the back of her head and stuff, which is kind of funny for a second. And then it gets real mean, pretty quick. They're stealing her. They steal her hearing aids, and it's
and chuck them out the window and shit.
Yeah.
There's
he makes her bleed. Is that because he scratched her with a hearing aid or something?
Yeah, the micro the little switch thing probably pulled on her. Yeah, cut her ear. So I mean
shit.
That was the breaking point. Aside from all the other girls that were talking behind her back, and really quickly I should mention too, there was one girl who wanted to be her friend. And she moved away
later.
It
starts with an S, Sahara or something.
Yeah. It was
Sahara.
It was kind of
Sahara.
shitty.
There we go.
It was her only friend that she was finally making friends with, and all of a sudden she dips. And anyway, that was kind of the breaking point. And then she moves away, and then the next day in class, the principal comes in. And she's like, "Oh, she transferred school because y'all was being bitches," So, she's like, "So if anyone knows anything." Blah, blah, blah. So the teacher, he calls out Ishida, the main character, and he's like, I know you did some shit. So he stands up, and everyone else who picked on her throws him under the bus.
You guys skipped a really big scene,
with the mothers.
No, a different
that was
scene.
I was getting to that point.
No, you all skipped it. So before she moves away, Ishida confronts Nishimiya in the classroom at one point.
That's right.
And I forgot exactly what happened, but he gets
angry at her.
Yeah, because him and Ueno they're mad that she doesn't explain herself to them and talk to them or whatever. But she's deaf and she's still learning how to get good at all that stuff. She's still learning how to talk. So, he gets mad at her and they get into this physical little spat, and then she jumps on top of him and she's like I'm trying my best, and I was that hit really hard, because people don't think about how other people are feeling a lot of the time, you're just
good
you're
catch,
why can't you see it from my point of view? But it's wait a second, the other person's probably trying hard too,
right?
Yeah, good catch, because that
was one of the best scenes in the movie. I think that was one of them.
It was a beautifully done scene. I mean, good catch. I'm bringing that up. Yeah, holy shit, that scene.
And
oh
then,
my god.
Yeah, so then he gets in trouble, and his mom is like a hairdresser. She goes to bring her Nishimiya's mother some money. They get into some kind of physical altercation.
And they're bringing the money because of the hearing aids. They cost money.
They're expensive.
They what is it? They stole and like ditched away like 5 of them or something.
Yeah. She's lost over 5 of them. And I don't know how expensive they are in Japan, but I know my dad works at Starkey Labs here in Minnesota where they make them, and they are super expensive here. So, but anyway, you don't see it, but you realize a physical altercation happens between the moms because Ishida's mom walks out kind of smirking like it's okay, everything's fine, but her ear is bleeding, and you see that her earring was ripped out of her ear, and it's kind of
oh, dude, I missed that. Holy shit.
Yeah, it kind of
I think I looked away for a second.
It kind that's when it begins to flash forward, and it kind of shows all of Ishida's friends rejecting him, bullying him because he's a terrible person, he's an asshole, and he
they helped. They weren't any better though. He was just like the what is it called? He did the dirty work or whatever, but they were still there behind, standing right behind him.
Oh yeah, they didn't do anything to stop it. They were talking behind her back.
Another big theme too, whenever it skips forward, is everybody pretty much has X's over their faces.
Yeah,
everybody.
He can't look him in the eye.
Well, this is in when he's in high school, right?
Yeah.
This
is part of
in the flash
it's
forward.
Part of everyone rejecting him and throwing him under the bus and saying, "I don't want to be your friend anymore." Blah blah blah. Stay away from him because he's a bully, and he goes through most of his school career without having friends because of it. And now he has got like huge social anxiety. He can't look anyone in the eye, and it's just like this really. You kind of wonder like what's going on at first. You're like, why has everyone got it? Like, what the hell? And then you realize it's Ishida trying to ignore everyone. He like closes his ears. He doesn't want to hear voices. It's almost the opposite of her. She's deaf and can't hear anything, and he hears too much, and he doesn't want to. It's like,
Well, he does. He kind of does the same thing though, like because this at the end of the movie, it all opens up. We'll get to that later, but like he kind of shuts off from the outside world, so he can't really hear, and neither can she. But he can and he can't. Like he can only hear stuff.
Oh, that's a good way of saying it. Yeah.
He can only hear from people who are like his family or whoever's close to him. So like whenever when he makes his first friend, the short kid, what's his name?
The short fat kid. Yeah, I forgot his name already.
Nagatsuka, that guy with the cauliflower hair or whatever.
Yeah, the green
curly hair. Yeah. When he makes that guy as a friend, the X falls off his face, and you're like, oh shit, like that's how it works. Because he only pays attention to people who aren't enemies. Like he sees everyone else as an enemy or as someone who's like above him or something. So that's why he's not.
Right.
He doesn't interact with them. So he's kind of like almost underwater.
Well, that's a good way of saying it too. What you just said, where you said, "Oh, he kind of feels like he's under them." There's even a point where like they're hanging out with some other people like that he's hanging out with Nishimiya and some other of the kids that they used to go to elementary school with. There's a point where he goes, "Am I allowed to like have fun like this? Like, am I actually having fun?" Like, and he kind of like questions it. Like,
yeah, I mean, well, that's a big thing in like Japanese culture too. Is like they got a lot of shame going on. Like they kind of revel in it almost.
Right. Right.
I mean, I mean, everyone is guilty of that sometimes, right? But like in Japan, it's a real big thing where like you'd rather die than like shame your family or something. It's always about having like that honor and projecting somebody who's good to the rest of society. And if you have any of those like negative traits, then you want to cover it up or just like make, or what is it, go under like penance or whatever, put yourself under trials just so you can like whip yourself in the back like those monks, and just Not literally, but it's kind of.
All right,
you know what I'm saying?
We're not going
punish
into
yourself.
medieval.
There we go.
We're not going
Self-punishing.
into
There we
medieval
go.
flagellants. We're not going into that.
Yeah, nine-tailed whip. You're just like I'm a piece of shit.
I'm a piece of shit. But anyway, that being said, there's not really any need to like summarize the rest of it, but pretty much he starts hanging out with her. She goes to like this kind of special school, which is kind of cool.
Are we skipping over how he was going to kill himself?
Yeah, he sold all his possessions, didn't he? And then he was
at the beginning of the movie. Yeah,
that's
he
like
sold all
huge. He sold all of his shit just
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he could pay back his mom, and then
Yeah.
he went to go visit her, and he planned to go kill himself.
Yeah, and then he decided not to, but
Well, his
That-
mom talked him out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she was
figured
like-
out what was happening.
yeah, because she saw his little calendar thing in his room, his empty room that has nothing in it anymore.
Well, plus like just years of living with him, you can kind of tell. Like,
Right. So anyway, that kind of starts the movie, I think, because then he goes to visit.
that's like the first third, give or take.
Yeah, he goes to visit Shoko Nishimiya and try
The first
and
act. There we go.
try and reconnect with her, and that's how the
Speaking
movie
in
starts.
theater terms.
Yeah, theater terms. Throughout the movie, after that, they start kind of hanging out a little more. They hang out with Nishimiya's younger sister Yuzuru, and it kind of starts with Nishimiya asking about, oh, whatever happened to that one girl that was my friend in elementary school, but she moved away.
Yeah, Sahara.
Yeah.
Sahara Desert.
Sahara Desert. They go
Tall
and find
girl.
her. And
She's like Sailor Jupiter.
She's like Sailor Jupiter. They go and talk to her, and then it I don't know, man. Like they start hanging out with other people, and it kind of
Then
goes.
all the friends start coming back together, pretty much.
Yeah. Yep. They go through these motions, and they talk about Ishida and what he used to do and all this stuff.
Like there's a lot of stuff in this that you need to see.
Right.
But it's more important to talk about what happens once they all kind of get together and buddy sort of. There's this one scene where Ueno and Nishimiya go up on a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Yuzu like puts a hidden camera in there.
Yeah, she
Well,
sets her DSLR to record.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, here, take pictures." When really, it's just recording.
But anyways, they had been all happy and go lucky before that, and then they're in the Ferris wheel, and Ueno just does a complete like two-face 180, and she's straight up like, "You know I hate you, right?" And goes into this huge spiel about it. And then a little bit after that, of course, Nishimiya gets off and acts like nothing happened because that's who she is. A little bit later on afterwards, there's a fireworks show going on in the movie. And this is pretty much one of the huge pivotal points in the movie right here.
Yeah, this is like the last third act, give or take.
It's probably the climax of the story. Yeah.
Yeah, because the middle portion is him in
is,
high school making his friends again, and then this is like the start, either the start of the last part or the end of the second part.
Yeah, so everything's fun and all right, and Nishimiya says she's gonna go home for a bit. So Ishida stands by, or he stays there for a little bit, and then her little sister's like, "Hey, can you go get the batteries for the camera?" And he's like, "Okay." So he goes back to the house, and it's all happy and jolly, and he's walking in, and it's dark, and he turns around and he sees Nishimiya out on the veranda, and he sees her climb up on the ledge, and then the whole tone of the scene changes, like the music changes, and it's this like dramatic trying to save her from jumping off that ledge and killing herself. And it's such a powerful scene. It really is. And
Yeah,
he
'cause
does end up
the way it's directed is really good. Like the drapes keep wafting in and out.
Yeah.
Oh
and,
yeah,
they-
like
They
the
cover her, and
attention
then
to
they- then
detail
they
in the scene
reveal,
was
cover,
beautiful.
reveal, and then they cover, and then they reveal, and then it's just air because you see
Yeah.
that she jumped,
Yeah, the cinematography in this movie just all around is really good.
and then it shows like
Well,
fireworks
yeah.
and falling and water and
but in
koi
these
fish and
pivotal
stuff.
scenes, it's like extra good. But anyway, yeah, go ahead, Mac.
Yeah, I mean, it's the scene was just phenomenally done. And of course, he makes it just in time, grabs her by the hand, and he manages to
I
get
thought he
her
wasn't
back
going to
up.
make it.
Right.
For a
I
second.
didn't think he was either.
I'm
That's how
glad
well
he did,
done
though,
it
because
was.
it is kind of like, that would have been an awkward spot for the plot if that happened. But
So he manages to grab her by the hand and pull her back up on the ledge at the expense of, he's putting all of his force trying to pull, and he's not really a well-built guy. He's pretty slender and small. So in the process of this, he himself goes headfirst over the veranda and falls.
yeah, he
Into
like
the
pushes her on to the ledge, and then he falls with like the physics of it somehow.
Yeah, the last
Yeah.
pull up of her, he goes forward, because he was already pretty forward when he grabbed her, like he was already, like his
He was
hips
already
were
off
in the-
center.
Yeah, and
He was
presumably
already off
he had
center.
like used all his energy, So
Yeah, so he ends up in the hospital in a coma, and everyone kind of comes together because of this, in a weird way. And,
yeah, Ueno is still bullying Nishimiya though. Like she doesn't let her.
well,
in the room.
but then Nishimiya is like, she's trying to gather everyone, and she's even trying to gather her. And it gets to a point where Nishimiya's mother and Ishida's mother kind of reconcile because they apologize. She apologizes to her for what she did to her, like with her earring, and then she kind of
yeah, they do
says-
the ultimate like
the
prostrating,
ultimate like shaming, like
where they
both her
kneel,
both
they
her
put their
and
forehead on the
Yuzuru,
floor.
like they
Yeah.
kneel and bow to her. It's like that scene is pretty powerful.
And then
It's
Ueno is
huge.
seen beating up Nishimiya outside of the doors. And then Nishimiya's mom comes in and she's like, "Oh, okay, so you want to go? You want to throw hands, right?" And then Ishida's mom splits them apart and she's like, "The fuck is the matter with you people?" Right? And then Nishimiya
She did not say it in
fucking-
that tone of voice, Sam.
Nah, dude, like, but that's
Because like,
how,
there's
like,
no way. Like it was much
that was like the
more
look on
heartfelt
her
than that.
face was like, seriously, guys, like, quit it.
No,
Like, this
that's-
is not the.
That was not the
play-
look on her face at all. That
It
was
kinda
not the tone
was.
of it. No,
Well, it kind
sorry.
of was, except you're stupid, so you don't know anything.
no, because they were sad. Like she wasn't like mad at them. She was just
No,
really
I know.
sad.
That's what I mean. Like, she was like, "This is not the time to do
It wasn't
this."
like she wasn't like raising an eyebrow. At
I
him or
was
whatever.
making a joke. Like,
Yeah, I
and you
know.
fucked
I
it
know.
up.
I know you're
Okay,
making
so-
a joke, but that's not
okay,
how.
so-
Anyway,
right.
not how
So,
the
but
scene
you're
went.
okay. Take your penis out of your hand. Just relax.
No
It's gonna
can
be
do.
okay.
No deal.
It's gonna be okay. So then, like, Nishima is like on the floor, crying because she's on the floor because she got beat up by the bitch. And she like is apologizing to Ishida's mom, and she's like, I tried so hard, I tried my best, I'm sorry. And it's this really pivotal scene of everyone kind of coming together, and the ending when Ishida wakes up is Nishimiya has a dream about Ishida declaring that he is dying, and she wakes up and runs to the river and just fucking wails. Like, she's like, oh my god, like, I hope that's not true, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, blah, blah. And then Shoya or Ishida somehow, like, wakes up to her screaming and runs to the river and finds her. And it's like this really awesome scene of just them talking to each other, like,
Oh, yeah, and
everything was my
he puts
fault.
her hands into the friendship grip.
Yeah. And he basically tells her, you shouldn't blame yourself for how everything went down. And I never really actually apologized to you for what I did to you, and blah, blah, blah. And it's this big thing.
Well, and before that, in the movie, she confessed to him. In kind of almost a funny scene where she confessed her feelings for him, but he since she had a trouble speaking, he thought she said moon instead of I love you, because it's like was it Suki and ski sound the same or something in Japanese. So and then that got onto that was like actually that was before the amusement park, but basically like she liked him, and then I think he liked her too, actually. Like he tried to like take her out and hang out with her on the summer and stuff like that. So like they were
Right.
pretty good friends at that point. But yeah,
See, but I will say this about the whole movie. they never turn this into an awkward romance. It
Right.
never becomes about the romance, ever.
Yeah, it's more about friendship. Well,
No,
that's
more,
one of the
more
themes.
core, more core than that. It's everybody's problems, because even the side characters, their issues get realized. Like, even the side characters, they're well developed. You understand where they're coming from. If you if you can hate or love a character, then chances are they are very well written.
They're doing their job, yeah.
And you have a lot of that here, because you can understand and see where all of the supporting characters are coming from. It's just a really complex kind of it's very I guess I could say it's complex in the way it's written, because of the themes and stuff that it's going for, and the development that both the two main characters get, and then that all the supporting cast gets.
Yeah, like her little sister, too.
Yeah, there is a huge amount of just constant movement in this movie. Like, it's surreal what they managed to pull off in 2 hours in 10 minutes, because this is the kind of content that you would get in, like, a 12 to 24 episode series.
Right. In 2 hours.
Well, how many episodes
hours.
is that equivalent? That's like 6, 7, 8? Anyway.
Something like that. And
it's like half a cur.
Swimsuit episode,
Yeah, episode 8 and 9, gotta go to the beach.
Gotta go to the beach.
But like,
so what did you guys? So let's
that
get
was
down to
near
it,
the end of the movie, and then they all, at the very end, like he goes to, what is it? He goes back to school, and he befriends everyone else again. And what happens is he realizes that he realizes he has that growth where he realizes that people, dude, I lost my train of thought. Holy crap. that everyone else likes to blame themselves, and then it's not always.
He goes back to school, and there was a scene in the. I'm sorry, we keep going back and forth and trying to summarize it.
Yeah, you guys are skipping too many things, honestly.
Well, there's so
we
much.
We don't have enough time to cover every single little thing.
We're not trying to summarize the whole thing, and there's so many pivotal scenes in this movie.
Yeah.
That make the great thing that it is. But I mean, there's a part where kind of everyone falls apart, and they're like, "Oh, we all remember that Ishida's an asshole," and they all walk away from him again. And at the end, by the end of the movie, they all kind of apologize to him, because they realize they have to grow with him as he's redeeming himself too.
There's a quote from the pigtail girl, the blonde girl, Kawaii-san. She says, "Oh, everyone was worried about you, everyone suffers in their life, but it's like that for everyone, right? So you have to love the bad parts of yourself too and move forward." And that's basically what his realization is at the end. And what happens then?
That is the big thing of the movie. That is it right there.
Yeah, and also
loving
on top
yourself.
of that, yeah, Nishimiya says, "I want to restore what I destroyed." So he does that too. Like, he wants to keep living and confront everything. And what happens is all the X's fall off of everybody, all the surrounding people, and then suddenly the sound of the movie gets more
changes.
And he stops hearing what he thinks they're saying, and he starts hearing just normally, because his social anxiety throughout the movie, he would make up things in his head of what they think they're saying, like, "Oh, he's an asshole," and all this stuff, and he hears for real, and the movie gets louder, like what Nick said, and it's really, he starts crying, and I started crying, and Smokey started crying.
It was a beautiful scene where he has that realization, and all the X's fall off, and he just learns he is the one that has to deal with himself, and he learns that sure, he's done some shit in the past. Not everybody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And once he gets that down, and once he realizes that, he should take the world as is instead of always blaming himself or somebody else or anything like that for all the fuck ups around him. It's the whole tone of the movie changes. He can see everybody's face. It's like, damn, what a way to really wrap this movie up.
Right. I think what Kawai-san said, and that is probably the biggest theme right there. I think another really kind of big metaphor in the movie, which was super blatant,
the
is
koi fish. Oh, sorry, I thought you were going that way.
No.
Well, I can expand on it later.
The thing about the scene that Nick pointed out, where in the beginning where it's just her and him in the classroom and they're yelling at each other and she's like, I'm trying my best and stuff, and she can't hear physically, and throughout most of his life growing up, he doesn't want to hear. You know what I mean? So I think there's something to be said about the thing is like the reason that people get mad at her and bully her, and the reason they bully Epsiode later, is there's not an attempt to try and understand the other side. And the fact that she's deaf and that he doesn't want to hear is a really blatant metaphor for that, which is actually really cool because then it just starts the rest of the movie. And I think that's really important, is that so many people in the world today, they will listen to what they'll have a discussion with you, and they think that they're being okay and honest and respectful, but really they're still disrespecting you because they're not listening to you to listen, they're listening to you to respond. And I think
Exactly.
I think that's a really big
Well, and they
thing.
want you to think like they think and talk like they talk. Like Ueno wasn't able to connect with Nishima because she was different, and she couldn't accept that, and they couldn't, she couldn't really get over it.
Right.
And that's why she bullied her.
Right, and that's why people bully each other in the first place, is because it's different. You don't understand it. It's not like you or like everyone else, so you put it down. And I think I would say that's not as an important theme as what Kawai-san said. I think that's way more important. But this theme of it, this metaphor, is definitely what ignites the beginning of the movie and starts it and makes it take off. And I think that's a big thing that we all have to think about when we talk to one another. And I'm about to cry. Okay.
Yeah, and
Basically, don't
Someone else talk.
don't get so self-absorbed in yourself.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
And a cool thing.
Learn to accept other people's differences. Learn to accept other people for who they are, and get off of your mighty high horse.
Right.
Or your low horse, either way.
Or your low horse.
Your
Or
little
your
tiny
low
horse
horse.
that has a big mound of poop like in Family Guy. So like the one thing that's cool in the movie is like they had this visual theme of the koi fish in the pond all the time, and in Japanese culture they're used for they're like a symbol of luck and prosperity and stuff, and they're also like a symbol for overcoming adversity, which is what this movie's about. And falling into the pond with the koi fish, it kind of represents that a little bit. It's kind of a just almost like a blatant symbol for the movie, but yeah, or metaphor, I mean.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Also, the name of the movie, Koi no Katachi, sounds like koi, so don't know if they did that on purpose, but
Koei,
yeah,
not
koi, same thing, poi.
So I guess you guys, it's down to the nitty gritty. We're coming up on time here. What do you guys rate the movie?
No, we're not doing it this way. Because
20 Nabiscos out of 3
20
oranges.
No. Because if we don't do it this way, people are going to be asking us which one was better. They're going to want us to compare
And
them.
one other thing too, there's a third
They're
movie that came
going-
out. There's a third movie that came out in this corner of the world that was also really good from 2016. So we haven't even seen that one yet.
Oh, jeez.
They're going to want us to compare them. So
I honestly
at
don't
the
think you
end-
can compare them.
yes, you can.
As
No,
dramas,
they both
maybe.
have some.
Now,
I mean,
at
they're both
the-
like
at the
dramas.
end-
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, which was better, Koi no Katachi,
Which did you
Kimi,
like more?
or Panini no Nawa?
I don't know, man.
Here's
I
the
don't
thing.
know.
Okay, so Kimi no Nawa had like a lot of supernatural elements, and you had to kind of accept a couple of plot holes, like the time didn't check the time and stuff like that, and whatever. That's not a big deal. That's not really the point of the film, but this one was all based on like the real world. There wasn't any magic, so it's a little bit hard to compare. Like, I don't know. Just depends what kind of themes you like more. I think Quokka might like Your Name more, just because he travels all the time. And if you're someone who likes to travel and stuff and meet new people and all that, then Kimi no Na wa you'll like more, I think. But if you're someone more like me, who's more of a homebody, who's like a little bit in your shell, right? Then you probably like Koi no Katachi more, just because it's more grounded, and like it's more personal almost, you know.
Okay. Yeah,
to me at least.
I would on this. My voice is not going to hold out much longer. So
your poise.
My poise, yes, my poise is
really
not going to hold out much longer. So, as far as the two movies are concerned, when you look at it down to the nitty gritty, Kimi no Na wa takes a very simple premise and really drives it home with some fantastically perfect execution. That is what makes Kimi no Na wa so
not
great.
Perfect. There's a few plot holes, but yeah.
They're very minute. Shut up and let me explain. You're making this worse. Kimi no Na wa takes a very simple premise and does it extremely, extremely fucking well.
Yeah.
So, Koi no Katachi takes something that may seem like a simple premise, but in fact it overarches into many, many different things. I mean, there's not really a quote-unquote simple issue with the movie. And then plus you take the fact that the core cast is larger in Koi no Katachi. The issues are much more broad. They're much less specific than Kimi no Na wa. And the fact that KyoAni and the wonderful Yamada-san, the director, they take this and they wove it into such a fantastic movie, and the execution and the artwork, absolutely beautiful. Definitely on par with Kimi no Na wa there, if not better. But for the complexity of the story and the complexity of the characters and the execution of it all, I would say that Koi no Katachi is by far, like it's not even a toss-up, by far better than Kimi no Na wa.
See, and this is why I questioned how people give Kimi no Na wa a 10 out of 10. Whatever, it's nitpicking, but if you're going to give something a 10 or whatever your top tier is, and then something else comes along that's better, you should adjust that. So, like, maybe you gave one, S tier. Now you're going to give the other one an A tier. It's just, like, calibrate. So, like, they're both good movies. Watch both of them, right? For me, it's just a matter of calibration. Like, I agree with Max said it really well. Like, Koi no Katachi had more complexity. It was deeper. So, and it, it was equally as well, like, directed, and if not even maybe a little better, and all that. So, that puts it a bit above Kimi no Na wa as far as just like the overall quality, right? Maybe you still like Kimi no Na wa better. That's fine, but it's just a matter of like calibration. Like, I think we can all agree that the Koi no Katachi is it's a bit better than Kimi no Na wa. Like, they're both good though.
Well, it's not just a bit better. Like, it's obviously better whenever you look at it.
Yeah.
If you don't,
I'm not trying to offend Kimi no Na wa fans or anything, but
yeah, like both of them are great movies. But if you go into this and you really try to be unbiased and you look at what both of the movies bring to the table, hands down, it's Koi no Katachi. It was executed It was executed better, and it took the premise to fruition very, very well.
Well, I think one thing it wasn't as good at is having broad appeal to a wide audience, and that's what Kimi no Na wa made.
But
that's why that made more money.
That's a double-edged sword. Because
the best things are not going to have broad appeal. Like, they're just not.
Exactly. Generally, if you have broad appeal, there's a very basic story. It's a very basic story with very basic plot to follow and very basic ideas.
And usually some
With-
kind of romance or something. You know,
With
Star
Koi
Wars,
no
right?
Katachi, yeah. With Koi no Katachi, it's much, much more targeted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's why
And I
yeah, Sam, sorry.
I
go
do
ahead.
believe that it's the superior movie.
Yeah, I totally agree actually.
It's really hard for me because I tried so hard after I had watched it. I tried so hard to compare how the stories were told to me, and I just couldn't. And then I compared animation, and I just couldn't. So then it came down to how it affected me personally. And I love romantic stuff. Like, I'm all about that. So Kimi no Na wa affected me personally in a way where that kind of love is unattainable unless it finds you. Like, you can't go looking for it, you know? So that's something I believe in personally, that it just resonates with me in a very big way. But Koi no Katachi, the kind of motions that some of these characters go through, especially Ishida, the two main characters, Ishida and Nishimiya, I related to more personally, and that's probably what it comes down to. So when it came to that, it kind of like, I know that not everyone goes through that, because not everyone goes through what I go through. I don't know what it's like to be Nick. I don't know what it's like to be Mac, you know, so I can only speak for me. So that, to me, it became kind of very subjective for me, and I didn't want to put that bias on it. But when you think about it, when, like what Mac and Nick said, like about the complexity and how that complexity was displayed, then I might say that, I don't know, man. It's really hard. It's super hard.
You don't
for
have
me.
to. I mean, whatever. You don't have to pick. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna pick. I just can't. I'm straight up not gonna.
I mean, me and Mac were saying Koi no Katachi. Sam's sitting on
I'm
a
probably
fence
leaning.
post, you know.
I'm probably leaning to like what you
Sitting on a
guys.
fence post.
I'm leaning to what you guys are saying, but I just.
Well, I mean, maybe it takes time too, because when you watch something, you need a little bit of time.
Especially
You know?
something like that. Like, you know, I just. Like when we watched Kimi no Na wa in my basement, me and Mac right away were just like, "Wow, that was fucking great." That was fucking
Well, and plus,
amazing.
plus you were watching it like together with a group or whatever.
Well,
so that
and
makes
Koi no-
it more fun.
Koi no Katachi I watched with Trisha, and I think we definitely related to the characters a bit more. And that movie took me a little. It took me a little bit. Even now is taking me time to think about how everything went down. You know.
So I'm
Kimi
getting
no
the feeling
Na wa
that
is-
later on you're gonna say that Koi no Katachi is like that something that you
Probably.
like more.
Probably, but
Maybe.
I think they're both great movies. I think you just need to watch.
They
all
are
of them.
indeed. So we're running short on time here.
Yeah.
So
This was our official review, though. So yeah, there you go.
yeah. This is sorry about my voice.
Before Mac dies.
Yeah, this was the 3-man official anime summit review. We don't have to have Quoke on for this one because he's going to say Kimi no Na wa.
I don't know. He might like Koi no Katachi better. Like, I'm curious what he has to say about
I'm
it.
honestly curious too. Yeah, hopefully we'll get him back on.
We
here
can.
soon.
I mean, even if he's not on, we can like
talk to him, and
you know,
yeah.
we can
Yeah.
give his words through the podcast.
So sign us off, man.
So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. Of course, if you're in the Discord, let us know how you liked the episode. Let us know your thoughts about this movie because it's absolutely amazing. If you're on YouTube, leave us a comment. Same thing. Let us know your thoughts about it because
Drop a sub.
it's an awesome movie. And on the fact that this movie is better than Kimi no Na wa, that's quite the bombshell. I have been Mac. With me has been Sam and Nick. And we have been the Koi no Katachi podcast.
The Poi no Katachi.
Hey, I cried at both movies. Hey, follow me on
Poi,
Instagram.
poi.
Follow me on Instagram.
I don't know, man. Angel's Egg still is tops. So,
So, dude.
dude, I did give that one a 10. I like